Hello, my Jenke. Good morning. Gio, how are you? What you up to, Gio? Gio, I owe you a photo shoot. You can now photo shoot. You now can take my photographs, Gio, and put down there that you're taking pictures of the Emmy nominated because you know I got nominated for an Emmy. Hi, Gio. That's a long way from that other club, ain't it, Gio? I'm supposed to be having a conversation with a trans sister of mine today. She inboxed me yesterday and asked me, well, she came on last night and asked me if we could have a conversation today. So, girl, when you get on here, let me know because I swear I can't remember the name. Hey, First Lady. Oh, Gio, you moved to Texas? Good for you. Good for you. I can't take a nap during the daytime. It's really hard for me to sleep during the daytime. Oh, it'll be on iHeart, Spotify, Amazon. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be everywhere. What's up, Fanny Ross? That's my girlfriend, Fanny Ross. She works for the post office. She know all the bullshit that they doing. She works there for years, about 11, 12, 13 years. She know what they doing over at the post office. Did y'all see what they doing? They removed 700 machines. They count and sort thousands of pieces of mail. I've been telling y'all for months, do not mail in your ballots. I don't trust it. You know, you get tired. I'm tired of shit. I ain't gonna say do what you want to do, still vote blue, but do what's important to you. I can't even tell people what to do. And I'm frustrated with the challenges. No, you can't see Timmy, because Timmy is upstairs and I'm not going to get him. Good morning, Flame. Good morning, Kevin. Yeah, I got on my blue glasses, but I feel like my face is going to turn blue. Because I'm doing just pushing. I'm tired of pushing. Yep, do what's important to you. Ain't nothing gonna limit my rights as a parent. Fuck that nigga. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Ain't nothing you can do about that, Franny Nana. If she don't want to vote, don't let her. Then she don't vote. You know, it's getting old arguing with people. We 80, 81, 82 days out. Texas Trina, baby, you must be new to my page. We've been watching P Valley, not P Valley. We've been watching P Valley since the beginning and talking about it. So you must be new. I'm not behind. You just joining the page. And yes, we love the show here. No, I didn't see Maddie while she was in town. She was working. And they had her quarantine. Hello, Michelle. Child, they going to school. I got to go to the school today to pick up my kids' books. But my kids ain't going to school. They has to be from 9 to 3. They'll be sitting their asses in their room on their computer doing their homework. They got desks. I bought old school desks from the thrift shop and everything. It'll be like a classroom. They can go to the bathroom when they want to. They ain't got to raise their hand. Now, with my son, all that calculus and third biology and all, don't ask me no questions. I don't know. Ask Google. Nothing new been repairing your house. Yes. Yeah, we watch P Valley over here, baby. But we don't talk about it on coffee time, but we do watch it. That's more of a love lounge conversation. I'm nobody make force me to take shit. You can kill me. I'm not taking nothing. It came from China. Ain't that his word? China. China. The disease came from China. Baby, it came from China, according to him. And but China did it that you absolutely hate. And now all you keep doing is praising Russia, who came up with a vaccine. Girl, okay. And ain't shit wrong with me. Let's see them tapes. He ain't got no proof of no voter fraud. You can't prove nothing. That's just him talking outside of his neck. Uh-oh, I heard a cash app. Thank you. Somebody got to come and talk to me. Or somebody got to come and host the show today. Because I really am tired. Bonjour, la la, too. I need a host. I need a host.
What is going on? You need a little bit of sugar. Get a Snicker or something.
I had a long night, TT. I really had a very long night, and I wasn't I know my man or anything. It was just a very long. You know what I'm nice where you just
Yeah.
resting. I was up and down. I wasn't going to the bathroom or nothing. I was just up and down, pacing the floor, and I don't know what it is.
You
So,
had mind plague or something going on. And this type of climate will rest on you. I mean, we push through, but I tell you, as soon as you can get a moment to yourself or get a still moment, that shit will tap you on your shoulder like a bad damn habit, and just lay with you and wrestle with you all night long. I know, but we just have to push through. You
oh
got
yeah,
to hit
I'm
your
not
head.
down. I think I'm tired, but I'm not down. I'm not even
Yeah.
sleepy. I'm just tired.
Yeah, well, that's fair too, because you are in the flesh. We have to remember that you're in the flesh. But you know what? Today is Friday, and Mr. Charlie don't know it yet, but he gonna let me off early. So it's like, I'm whistling Dixie. Yeah, I am
Well,
going to escape from this plantation. I think as soon as we get off here, it's gonna
well,
be my time.
TT Janet, thank you for joining us at Love Lounge last night. I saw you. Did the neighbor give you a hard time?
You know what? Those blue eyes are so bothered that I am a single black woman right smack in the middle of their pearly white neighborhood. And so they go over and beyond to be friendly. But when I'm sitting out with my little speaker, minding my own business, with my own little patio cup, with my libations, I really don't care to be bothered. So I don't care about Willow and the fence. And so, I do my pleasantries as I'm walking in. But there's no need for me to front eyes with the natives. When I walk in my door, that's an abrupt, that's the end of our gatherings. I'm just not that type of neighbor, especially when I know that their curiosities are just burning them up, because they've asked me several times, what exactly do you do? And I say, I I don't have a job. I have a profession. But I'm not telling those blue eyes what I do. I don't think that's any of their damn business. I really, really don't. So, and I'll be out there washing my nice Volvo SUV. And I know they'd be like, what is this bitch doing? They know I ain't selling pussy because I give that away, baby.
Girl, the price of pussy is at an all-time low anyway. Shit.
Oh, but Flame, I give it away to my
Oh,
friends. So, hey, I'm past the selling stage of life. So,
TT
um,
taking us to Love Lounge, y'all. We going to love y'all. Y'all don't know what y'all be missing at Love Lounge.
you know, so I'm just not going to. And if she see me sitting out there, first she let out the dog, and before you know it, standing at the fence, and I'm just not that. I'm not that girl. I don't want to talk. I moved to the neighborhood for my son's education. I'm not going to stay there forever. Um, and I don't want to be bothered.
TT Janet, did you see the reporter in the press conference corner him and say, "So you've been lying to the American people the last 3.5 years? What do?" And then he heard him get off of that.
Yeah.
He said, "Who?" He said, "You've been lying to the American people."
Right. Right.
You know
Right.
he'll never get back into the press conference. But did you think? I love that he called them out.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's out of the press corps, but it was worth that ticket of admissions. I would have thrown it all away for that 10 seconds. Because those are the kind of questions that's yet to give to him. Nobody can think of any more power puff questions to ask him. It's just down to that time. It's down to that time. You know, uh, Fox cannot occupy every seat in the press corps, so he's going to get hard questions that he's going to have to validate. And right now, he's just comical. He's just comical to me, and I'm glad that I can laugh at it. I know the seriousness of it because you and I have worked to give our kids an opportunity to exceed and excel, and to have somebody gamble with that will fire you up. But if I
Yeah,
don't let it idle if I let it idle in my mind, I will be snapping off forever and a day. So you know what? I put on my smile. I'm always working my plan, always working my plan. And but I just refuse, to let him force that bullshit or that rhetoric. And that's just what it is. Because, I don't care if you digging ditches, and you showing up with an all white crew. You have to watch what you say, watch what you say your kids eat, because you're always being judged. You got to act like you dirt poor. You can't act like you're too happy either. So, and it doesn't keep you from saving your nickels, watching your house, taking your family out when you want to take your family out to eat. But that's in any of these walks of life. Right now, you can't act like you too happy because they're at their most happiest when they feel like we're struggling. You know what I mean? If you walk in with a cheese sandwich every day, they happy as hell. But say that you all put some steaks on the grill, that whole chemistry of the office, the staff meeting, turns to, what's going on with you. So you have to be a little ambiguous, and that's okay too, because we talk too damn much.
TT William, TT Janet, you see they trying to bring up Kamala Harris's birthright rights. Now they
Yes.
trying to do the same shit that they did with
Yes.
Barack Obama.
Yeah, and they got a black attorney trying to force the topic. It's always a Stephen waiting. Always a
And
Stephen.
yesterday on Coffee Time, I said when Reverend Erskine was praying, I was praying for us because I
Right.
knew we were going to attack us way
Oh yeah.
before they do.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh yeah. It's a shame, but there are always some Stevens waiting to sell their souls. And miserable as hell. And
Miserable as
miserable as
hell.
hell. They'll sell their soul for a couple of pennies, and then they sitting up wondering why in the hell they so miserable. Now you got this man as black as the night, sitting up trying to, spearhead a topic given to him and have no shame. That's another
If you
fool that
guys
got
are
nothing.
unfamiliar with what Stephen is, when she said when TT Janet says Stephen
Yeah,
is from Django. Remember
right, right. I'm sorry.
Sam
Yeah,
Jackson's character in
yeah,
Django? He was a house nigga.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's Stephen.
Right, Master. What you bringing these niggas to our house for?
In the big house. You bringing them
Yeah,
to the big
yeah.
house?
Sitting up watching, somebody else's, agenda like it's yours, trying to fill a part. So I wasn't totally shocked. I mean, because we know we're in the final days before the election, so they're going to pull out all these tricks. I wouldn't be the poster board for it, but there are some that will gamble it because they figure, I'm not going to see the people who are going to be judging me, but I'm not putting my name on anything poison at all. At all. So, yeah, I saw the black attorney who's challenging it. Like, who in the hell is supposed to answer to you? How do you figure that I'm supposed to tell you what my makeup is? That's crazy as hell. If he even said it to himself, if the question was posed back to him, he'd be ready to fight and whoop some ass between Amazing Grace and the New Testament. So why the hell does she have to answer that stupid ass question?
TT Janet, that's how we got here.
Oh yeah, but of
Because
course,
we were back in African days when they came to get us, they
yeah,
couldn't find us. We were hidden up in them
right.
woods so
We
good.
sold one
They
another
found
out.
one Stephen, gave
Right.
that nigga a piece of chicken. It was probably
Yes.
a Popeye. It was
Yes.
probably a Popeye's chicken
Yeah.
sandwich.
Yes.
Gave that nigga the Popeye. He said, "Where they at?" He brought them right to us.
Oh
They
yeah.
took us, took that nigga, and took that Popeye's chicken sandwich, which
Yes.
wasn't that good. Real talk, it wasn't
Right.
that good.
Right.
And brought us all back over here.
Yeah,
Shit.
and then they start calling him boy and start sleeping with his wife. You know that I don't know why we can't get the basic physics about this thing. It's about being proud about your damn self. Don't nobody have to ask you tough questions. Just be proud about who you are. If you're gonna go to work or to the office, then be clean. Speak correct English. You ain't got to tell them nothing that you're doing, but you project the image that you want to receive back in the way people communicate and deal with you. Then that's something to say you have taken charge of your own life with. Don't be worried about these hard questions. He's selling his soul. He's selling his soul. But you see common idiots every single day. Every single day.
They say Cuckoo Patty, Tick Tick Boom, Crazy Kanye got 2% of the vote. I couldn't think of
Yeah.
which name to call them.
And that's just what they're telling us. And again, that's sad that people know that he's crazy. See, Kanye is only crazy when he talking like the devil, where he's coming to kill, steal, and rob the Black community. He watch who he show his crazy to when he's amongst Blue Eyes, because all his glory is to pushing Kim. So he'll sell his soul to push Kim. In the middle of this pandemic, his biggest glory was now Kim is a billionaire. And her and Chris trying to lock his ass up. So yeah, there are some people as crazy as he, I guess. And that's perfectly fine. But he ain't got nothing crazy to say to no Blue Eyes. It's all about the Black community. That's when he gets crazy. But he don't be crazy when he be talking about them Blue Eyes.
That's because they look. That's because they keep him locked down with that cup.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and you can see that he's, crazy just about by his stare. But that's the only thing he's got a mouthful to talk about. How slavery was a choice. And he goes on and on pushing that twisted Candace Owens and Angela Stanton bullshit. But he ain't about saying anything of facts when he's talking about them Blue Eyes.
You
He's a
know,
trained sunken brother is what he is. A
TT.
trained
Look,
sunken
TT. I
brother.
needed you to lead this show today because I'm telling you, I am so flat today. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me apologize. I am so sorry. I am so flat today. It was really a long night. I don't know what it was.
But you know what? We're all in the flesh. And I think that those are the times that you can really get a prayer through and you can really figure out some stuff. I mean, mental, stress, or when you thinking something through can wear you out like you've been building a damn house. But I think it's those times that nourish your soul. And although you feel like, something is missing, it's like the other shoe should drop on the floor. I'm just here in the flesh. But I think, you moving some things around in your psyche to get ready for your new step. I would be at some point in time trying to see how even leveling up is going to affect my life, my kids. Am I making the right calls about school? Why can't the kids simply understand that I don't want them to go to school? I mean, my kid leaves tomorrow from school, and I thought I was handling it well. And Mark and I talked about how our fresh linen, we couldn't wait to get into our clean beds last night. And as I showered, I found myself crying because there is still a lurking agenda. Is he going to be safe at school?
Yeah.
the place that he goes to school, it is to me a very racist place. You know, they don't want to see them black kids improving themselves. I don't have a tapioca son. I have a full-figured, black as night son. So even though when he opens up his mouth, he speaks very well, people get angry about him being a dark-skinned black person bettering himself. So when he goes to this small town, are they going to bother him? You know what I mean? He plays football. That's also a target. The townies are always trying to get into their parties. Those are things that I wrestled with that I thought I was handling well. But as soon as I got in that shower, I was like, you know, God, why am I weeping? I should be happy about this. But I think when Cassie said she had to, you know, console her son yesterday, those talks take out of us. You know what I mean? Women are the core, but you know, and you're a single parent. Those talks, that agenda, our kids tap into us all the time. But that shit takes a toll on us. You know what I mean? We can't
Yeah.
give them back the hard topic. We got to go somewhere and feed our spirit ourselves. You know what I mean? But it's hard stuff that we figured through. You know what I mean? And so that was your moment to wrestle with that. Yeah, because you're
I
in the
think it's
flood.
I think it's a combination of those. I think it's because of school, because my kids are bummed that they can't go to school.
Sure, I
I
would
think
be.
I'm still worried about this audition, and
Sure.
I'm now worried about, I want the new podcast. I want it to be successful for all of us because, I'm bringing y'all with me. So I want to hope that the rhetoric that I speak or how I speak to us 300 every day or my
Right.
40,000 subscribers, that it resonates because it's about to be huge. I think
It
I'm
is.
not afraid, but I think I'm a little like, ooh, bitch, you'll be talking to a lot of people.
But you should be. But you should be. When I speak to a group before I go on, and people think I make it look easy, but that's the human part of you. That's you saying that I know I'm human. You know what I mean? If I got out there too cocky, I don't think I could be personable to people.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna be cocky. I think I want to.
No, no,
I
no. I
think I
said
just want to.
I think I would be too cocky if I said,
Oh, you
let
would
me
be great,
talk
TT.
them.
When it's
You
not
know,
cocky it's not cocky when it's true and good
right.
information, and that's what I see. I don't want people to take that from me because I know sometimes I could come off like a woo. So I'm wondering, will people still receive me the way you guys have received me? Because we going to millions. We going
Yeah,
to
but
345 million.
trust me, Flame, you've been praying, hitting the pavement, running here, catching planes, letting somebody else babysit your kids, doing the most ridiculous one night stands, jumping on this stage, going here. So this is what you yet deserve. And it's going to be all right. You've already paid the tax for it. But I want you to have this restlessness. I want you to say, you know what, this is what I need to do. I want to watch this. Because that's a part of your consciousness, I think. But I say, relish in this. Don't you think we all say, ooh, this is a new job, or ooh, this is my new car, or this is my new home. I hope I made the right decision. Or I'm gambling with this investment. Should I do this? But you have to go on and push that agenda and sit back and stand on faith. I think so. It's
I
hard, but
believe
I
that
think
too.
so.
I believe that too, TT. I'm trying to have something. That's that emotional ass cancer in me, just acting a fool.
Yes. But I like that you're going over it. Because it's a big platform. But I bet your girl Tiffany had the same thoughts for her big break or when she was in Girls Trip. I know she didn't just walk up and say, "Here I am." You know what I mean? Julia Roberts said she second guessed herself playing against Dolly Parton. So we all go through that. You know what I mean? We all go through that. And that's just day-to-day judgment calls. So I think
Whew.
you're more than okay. But I want you. I think you got the best safety net, Nick, not in that watching your mouth because people want you. And you better get over that. You know, you know.
I think that's my biggest fear. I get loose and scare the hell out of everybody.
No, because you have the gift that I wish everybody would purchase. You listen twice as much as you talk. And it's hard to control that muscle that we call a tongue, but you do it. You know what I mean? You do it. And people have to come at you dead ass wrong for you to say it's a wash. But you'll say, I'm not on that. I hope I'm not offending you, but I'm not on that today. No, I'm not on that. So I'm going, look at D.L. Hughley. Who would have thought? You know what I mean? And this man, I trust his judgment. There's no forward education. He just got the stage with the kings of comedy. You better take that blessing and run with it. But as soon as you baptize yourself, you'll be okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get in and shake it one good time.
Yeah.
Man.
As soon as you baptize yourself, you'll be okay. Because the same people that love you and who are surrounding you, we're going to be surrounding you right there. And it makes me laugh when I see them on a different platform and somebody might say something about you. And it was Raunchy George, I think. And boy, we like to beat the shit off somebody on Miss Sophia's page. And Miss Sophia said, calm down. We don't,
I love Miss Sophia crazy, but
I love her. So the love is real. The love is real, and you feel all 300 and some odd hugs and arms wrapped around you. All I'm doing is pushing you like we push everybody else. So this will too. This time next year, you be like, woo, can you believe?
right? There's been a year.
Right.
It's been a year.
Oh
Because
yeah.
everybody thinks, oh, it's the money, it's the money. Of course it's the money. Of course we want the money. I
Of
worked
course.
hard in my career. I deserve to be paid fabulously well. But understand that I'm not the person who thinks it's only about the money. I have to do the work, and I want my work to resonate who I am as a good person. Yep, I say some shitty shit sometimes. I do.
We
But
all do.
for the most part, I try to speak factual about what I know. You might not like the way I deliver it, but understand that if you're listening, you're going to get the message.
Well, you have to remember to come politically flame, because that's what got you this, being politically flame. So I think with that being said, nobody's trying to beat anybody down. I think it's your personality, and it's all of it. It's not just one aspect, because you've been an open book that people are drawn to. You know what I mean? When I see you get with the kids, that should be making me laugh so hard, especially your youngest. That it makes me laugh so hard. But all,
That's it for them.
all that is your work, and all that is what makes you. And that's this is where you're supposed to be. You weren't supposed
That
to
sister
be
there.
running for
That sister
planes.
there. Let me tell y'all something. That sister there has tried every inch of patience that I have in my whole entire body. I keep telling y'all, anything over 2 kids, you betting 1,000.
Yeah.
Because anything over 2, one of them is screwed up. Baby, I'm living it.
Yeah.
She ain't special sauce, but she damn sure lettuce cheese. Woo!
I love her. I mean, you've just done a good job. So, it's okay to be like, God, me, little old me, you know what I mean? But this is your chance. You know what I mean? This is what you worked for. I mean, somebody almost hit my car this morning. And I mean, the way God worked it out, I had to pull over, and I was like, God, out of all the cars on the highway, you were right there for little old me. So he right there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Right there.
Whew. Well, look, y'all know I appreciate the words of encouragement, and I'm ready. I'm hear me when I tell you I'm ready. It was just a long night and just a lot. Just
Oh
ugh.
yeah. Oh yeah. I told you when I left Love Lounge, I was feeling myself. And when I
I
got
think
in
that's
that
what it. I
shower,
think that was part of the problem too. I think I was too high. I was so high last night, but we had such a good time.
we did have a good time. We did have a good time. When I got in that shower, I was just crying. I was like, God, you only gave me this one son. Are you gonna watch him? I mean, it's gonna be rough, but this is the next chapter. You know what I mean? This is what we work for. you know some new beginnings are not hard. I mean, are not easy, but we have to take the bitter with the sweet.
Yeah, Shonda, I like that. Shonda says they have a saying, nobody tests you a gangster more than your daughter. That's some real
Mhm.
shit right there. That's, honey, you better be glad you got a son. Because when I
Yeah,
tell you that these girls,
yeah, yeah. No, I couldn't do a girl. I don't even know how you guys make shit match for a girl. I don't even know how to comb hair. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about a girl. Girls scare
that's
me.
what my daughter's been going to the beauty shop since I was 3, because I don't know how to comb hair.
So and again, you raised them, you've done a grand job. Some people would have thought, like people told me, and I've noticed that we only tell Black women this: you can't raise a man. And so it had me second guessing myself. Well, you raise what you have. If you can house break a dog, why can't you raise a kid? And so he's a young man, and he goes on and he does, and so it is what it is. But and I was frightened to do it as a single woman, to raise him and not even want comments from the peanuts section that we'll call his dad. But I just, so I wanted to do it. I did it, and it hasn't been easy, but that's
I
you
see
know.
Cassie says her son. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know what I did with my son differently, but he is such a different animal than my daughters. Is he spoiled? Yes, but he doesn't ask for. He's very reserved. He's
Yeah.
very nonchalant. He is very inverted. He's extremely brilliant in the
I
mind.
saw him. Yeah, he really is.
But my daughters will just, they all over the place. They got so much of my personality. And my son can cut up on them. His mental is strong and his verbal is very political. He
Okay,
doesn't use profanity. He doesn't cuss.
good for
Now I heard
him.
some of his raps. So let me don't say that because he raps. Some of his raps he talking about, yeah, yeah.
Right. Well,
But so he does cuss in his raps, but not in his everyday lingo. So I don't know. They just different people, and it's 3 teenagers in the midst of a pandemic. So y'all don't know. Some days are tragic in my house.
oh, I'm sure.
Some
Oh,
days
I'm
I
sure.
get high to forget that I'm in my house with them. For real.
And that's fair because parents make it look easy, but this walk right here is not easy at all.
Woo!
And when people keep tapping in you and tapping in you, it starts to drain you because you still balancing everyday life. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
You know.
TT Janet, you have controlled this conversation for me today, sister, because I promise you, honey, I was not in a funk. I was just tired. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm tired of arguing with people. Kamala, they just made the announcement about Kamala getting the vice presidential nod 2 or 3 days ago. When I tell you I'm so sick of all the rhetoric that I see on Twitter
I know.
and the hate,
I
the
know.
hate that's coming from us, not even them, us, is
Yeah.
unbelievable to me. This is a woman. Yep, yep, she a black woman, whatever, but she's still a woman. They are ripping this woman like
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. It's
It it
unfathomable
it is
for
it
me to
is
see that.
it is very sad, but we have to also remember that it was not an easy walk for Jesus when he was on earth. And so right now, with all this love on this page, you wait until you see your success. You're gonna have haters come for you too. So all we have to do is just brush it off. She got love wrapped around her, and I mean, people out of the divine nine, I've seen so much love for her. The historically black sororities and fraternities are called the Divine Nine, and I've seen so much love come for her. So it's not the Stevens that we're gonna let dictate. It makes me sad to see how the blue eyes have worked on our heads. You know what I mean?
And
But
TT Janet, you AKA, right?
yes, 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 yes. If you cut me, I'll bleed pink and green. Yes, I am. But one of the women that I just backed, she's a Delta, and I told her, I'm going to work, uh, but at the end, I did tell her, and I'm not your soror because we were just playing. But I want to. I think it's time for people to feel empowered. You deciding not to send your kids back to school, that's empowering yourself. You know, we don't take what people just say to us. You know what I mean? And that's the way we're raising our kids. Although we were raised that we couldn't question nothing. We want our kids to question. We want them to talk, or we should. So I think it's just about empowering ourselves. But that, you know, the Stevens are out there. You know, they're just out there. You know, and for me, in my mind, it's sad, but you know, I don't even let that kind of energy really sit around me, because we don't have to agree, but you got to be a thinker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to be a thinker. That's all I say. Don't agree with me all the time, but just be a thinker. Be a
T.T.
thinker.
Janet, I love you. Thank you
I
so
love
much
you
for coming
more.
on and
Okay.
taking me on
All
the
right.
place. And let me tell you something. Your baby gonna be fine, T.T. Janet. You a praying woman. God, you a good woman. All the good information you come on here and give us, God got you covered. You know that. You know He got you covered.
Yeah. He has all our kids covered. So,
And I'm not on the pity pot, y'all. Believe me when I tell y'all. Don't think, oh, Flame ain't. I'm not on the pity pot. You know, sitting on the pity pot don't get you number one thing. Ring around the ass. I don't want ring around the ass.
No.
I got pretty ass. It's all the same color.
Good for you, baby. Good for you. No, we're not. It's not a pity party at all. You know.
Not at all.
We all realize that, but I love all of
Love you too, Janet. Y'all say bye to TT Janet. Thank you,
Bye-bye,
TT Janet,
guys.
for directing this show today. Ooh, baby, me so blessed. Where you at? Because I seen your request. Let me go find you. Let me find you. There you go. Mary Jordan, paging Mary Jordan. Yes, ring around the ass, son. That's all you get. I don't want to ring around my ass. Hello, Miss Mary. Where you calling from?
Las Vegas.
Oh, y'all still shut down over there on the Strip?
A lot of stuff is still shut down. They're trying to reopen some things slowly, but every time they do that, the numbers spike up and they end up closing it again.
Too soon.
Too soon.
But y'all got that dumbass Trump supporting mayor, right?
Yeah. Oh, she is ridiculous. But we are rescinding her. We are voting to get her ass out of there in November. She got to go.
Yeah, because she's a dumb.
I thank God for the governor and that he trumps what she tries to do, because he was like, no, we can't open the whole casino. It's too many people that come here from around the world. That's crazy.
And they smoke.
They smoke, they drink. You know, when people have alcohol in their system, they're not going to keep on a mask. They're not going to do that. So it's ridiculous.
Tell me something good, me so blessed. Where we going? What we doing? What we doing with our blue?
So I wanted to talk about voter suppression, and how we have to protect ourselves against that. One thing that I've been encouraging people to do is get a duplicate of your voter registration card. Make sure your address, your name is spelled correctly, so when you go to the polls, there's no games being played.
Yeah.
However, we're going to do this voting thing. Then in Portland, Oregon, they're already taking the mailboxes out. They're taking the public mailboxes off the streets because they're getting ready for some foolery when it comes to voting. They're getting ready for it. So make sure that you are registered. Make sure when you get your registration card that everything on that card is correct, because they're going to try us. They're going to try us. And sorry about that. I'll be damned if anybody tells me I can't vote, but when I get there's a problem, y'all gonna send me on the news.
Well, don't do that. Just make sure everything's don't go to jail. Don't go to jail.
I don't want to. Right, but
I ain't afraid to go to jail, but I'm afraid to go to jail in the midst of a coronavirus pandemic.
That part. One more thing I really want to encourage people to do is pay attention to your local government. Learn who they are. Hold these people accountable. Your Senate, your Congress, they go to Washington to make decisions and vote on things concerning you. So you need to know how these people think. You need to know who they are and know how to get in contact with them. Bug the shit out of them. I write letters. I go to town hall meetings. I write emails. I do whatever it takes to get their attention, because they are getting paid by my tax dollars. I pay them. They work for me. They work for us. We need to hold them accountable. So don't just vote every 4 years. vote in your primary, know what's on your ballot. 2 years ago, they had incest on the ballot in Virginia. They were trying to pass it as a law that incest can happen in their state without any repercussions. We got to pay attention to what's on our ballots.
Oh, incest. Well, they can have sex with their own family members, their children and
Yes,
shit.
this one guy that was running for Senate felt like a father should be the first person to touch their daughter. What kind of sick shit is that? And it was on the ballot until some people started making a ruckus and, got it off of there. And then they told him he couldn't even run for Senate.
I want to say something. I want to say something so wretched right now, but bad flame. Know that I was about to say something real ignorant. Bad flame. Bad. If the white folks wasn't watching me for iHeart, I would have said. But I know the white folks is watching, so I'm being good.
Right. So we have to be mindful of how everything operates. You changed my mind about Kamala Harris in a way. I was looking at her history, what she's done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And not that disappears because she's running for vice president, but God, we need something. And we have it now. We have some glimpse of hope. No matter what, Trump has to get the fuck out of there because he ain't shit.
Yeah, and when I said what I said about Kamala, I never bashed her. I always said that she needs to clean up her past before she can go further. So It was never like I was not Team Kamala, because I was the one who said that if she ever got to the debates, she was going to dissect whoever she was up against, because she come with her facts. She don't just come with information. She has receipts, which I love about, and she stands on it. But I just didn't see her in the position of being the president. But I always have wanted her on the cabinet. But like now, once we whittled it down to Biden, whoever he picked, he could have picked this speaker. He could have took this bold speaker. Guess what? I was voting for him and this goddamn bold speaker because I'm with you. Trump has to go. I don't feel safe in America. I don't feel safe in my own country because this is my country. I may have African descent in my blood, but this is my country. So yeah, so I'm still, and so that's why I'm sick of arguing about, oh, Kamala. I'm over it, baby. Let me tell you something. You'll get your mind made up. You listen to this. If your mind ain't made up, your life will be made up for you, because if Trump get back in, he gonna put us all in caskets.
You see, he wants to send the feds to Chicago. Like that is the solution.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to dispute that, because they clowning in Chicago. They supposedly shot at the wrong boy, and he shot back at the police. But Chicago has so much youth, so many inner city underemployment, uneducated young mothers. They don't have boys clubs. They don't have any out. All they know is slinging and banging and sex and smoking weed. That's all they know. And I love my city, and I wish they had some other avenues or some outlets where they can use and channel all that energy, because there is some positive, creative young people in Chicago, but they don't have any place to do that. They don't have boys clubs. They don't have social clubs. Everything is a gang, or everything is drug affiliated. And then there's no love in the home. So you don't want to be in the house because there's no love or no food in the home, or you're being mistreated. So you go out to the streets as the first person that's nice to you do what they do. I don't want. That's why I took my children out of Chicago. I didn't want to raise my children like that.
That's good. I'm from Los Angeles originally, and it was the best experience growing up. My dad lived on the East Coast, but my mom was on the West Coast, and I always preferred to be in Los Angeles. It was just a different environment for me. Yeah. One last thing I want to say to you before you kick me off, but I saw you on.
That is not what I'm doing.
I know. I saw you on Godfrey's podcast. And
that's my boy. I love that.
You talked about, you kept saying, work on you. And the next day, I got that personalized license plate on my car.
Said, work on you?
Work on you.
Hey, influencer. I'll take it. That makes me feel good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're such an inspiration. I just love you so much, Flame.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. Y'all stay. What's that weather like over there in Vegas? 200? Shit.
It's 205 today.
Oh. Girl, that's why I can't live in Vegas. It's too hot.
It's ridiculous. I kind of like this whole COVID thing. I am still working, but when I don't have to go to work, I stay in the house and I don't want no company. Leave me alone.
See, I'm not a fan of air conditioning, really, really. And in
Yeah.
Vegas, every place you go is freezing when it's hot, and then when you go outside, your body goes straight to instant heat.
Yeah, if you go to the movies, you got to take a blanket.
Yeah, it's too cold.
Right.
I can't take it. I can't.
Yeah.
Well, Mary,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you for coming in and joining us and giving us this information. And I've been telling y'all that. Make sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. Your address has to
Yes.
match your name. Your
Get
name
that duplicate card.
your name has to be spelled correctly. I'm telling you, they're gonna be looking for any little thing. We can't give them a reason. We cannot give them a reason.
And don't wear blue or red when you go to the polls. Wear black.
Oh, okay.
It's nobody's business. You know, they're going to try to antagonize us in different parts of the city. I believe they're going to try to antagonize you. They're going to try to, you know, it's nobody's business who you're voting for, but they already know that we voting for Joe. So they're going to try to antagonize us. They're going to be out there protesting. They're going to do whatever they can to stop us from voting. And I'm not having it.
And if you feel like you're in a place where you're going to be threatened, I recommend hand jewelry.
Right? Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
If you don't know what that means, it's legal or Pookie and Ray Ray now. Shit.
I love Nevada because I can wear mine on my hip all day long.
Really?
Yes, I wear it to the grocery store. And I love wearing a mask because before the mask, I would have a look about me. But now with the mask, you can't help but notice. I wish a nigga would look in my eyes. You can't help but notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, because y'all
let them know. Don't play with me.
has a lot of Karens down there. Real talk.
Oh, yes. They try it. I ignore them for the most part. You can say what you want, but when you come within, it's not 6 feet for me. For me, it's 12 feet. When you come within 12 feet, you're in danger.
Baby, you might not be able to take it inside the pole, but if you drive up there and you leave it in your car, it could be in your car. Shit.
Right.
Real talk. I'm telling you, I ain't finna let you hurt me. My mean ass. Okay, Mary, thank you so much for all this information.
Thank you, Flame.
We appreciate you. That's Mary, y'all.
Appreciate you.
November the 4th, I'm hoping we all laughing. I'd be in a much better mood if we win. I can't even tell you what kind of mood I'd be in if we don't win. I really can't. I'd probably be saying I want to never go on social media no more. I can't do
it. I love you, Flame.
Love you too, Mary. Thank you, love. Have a great day.
Bye.
Baby, when I tell y'all we don't know, y'all got to stop all this infighting. We got to get Biden and Harris up in here to help us, because we are in a place. Let me get my white chocolate. I didn't get my hi ABCDE. I'm gonna bring you on, AB. You got good internet?
Hey.
Best,
I'm trying to get
you ain't got good internet. There you go. There's my white chocolate. Hello, my handsome boy. How are you?
Hey, all right. I didn't know if you were going to have me on today, but I wasn't going to try to take up too much of your time because I know there's a lot of people that want to talk to you. But
yeah,
I wanted to
talk today. Let me tell you something. Y'all all doing the talking today because I ain't got shit to talk about.
Okay, but we still love your voice. With like I don't. You were talking earlier, and I was commenting in there. Like I think the reason why all of us are so attracted to you, and why I'm starting to blow up too, is because we're genuine. What you see is what you get. You know, we're not trying to pretend to be something else. So as long as we're doing that, we're good. But I wanted to share something with everybody. I left a comment in there about the first thing. It's bad news. They're about to go on vacation, the Senate, till September. And they passed that HEROES Act bill, which funds the USPS, safe voting, PPE, all of that. They passed that in the House over 3 months ago. Mitch McConnell is letting that sit on his desk, and now they're all going on vacation. So, like, when everybody gets off of here, y'all got to call Congress before 5 o'clock East Coast time, before they leave, and tell them, I demand that you stay in there and pass the HEROES Act bill that was passed by the House. Second thing, I posted on Twitter last night jokingly, I was like, please, whoever has the P-tape, release it. And one of my friends replied back with ptape.org. I clicked on that link. The P tape is out. You can see this woman straddling over him and peeing and everything.
On Donald Trump?
Yes, it's out. So that's the good news. The P tape is out. So ptape.org. That's it. ptape.org. And it just goes straight to the video. There's nothing there. There's no links. It's just the video of him getting peed on. It's beautiful.
I might throw up for about a week. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm happy that y'all know it's out.
I just watched the first 5 seconds, busted out laughing, and was like, oh my God.
Well, hopefully the far left or the far right who love this nigga will see that and be disgusted. But shit, I'm with what Americans are to say. It's so many pedophiles, and I hate that they think that that is okay to be a pedophile or to practice incest. Who wants to have sex not only with a kid but with your own kid? That's some sick shit right there to me.
Well, you know, I'm a survivor of sexual abuse by a family member, so I don't play that. You know, this is my husband's calling. I'll call him back, but yeah, I mean, they and it's funny. There's this whole thing going on, like it's almost like it's a coordinated effort within like the metaphysical community, the New Age community, because I am very much a Christian, but I have studied all of the world religions. Very much believe in the law of attraction. You know, like prayer to me is just another form of utilizing the law of attraction. Reverend does that all the time. That's why his prayers are being answered. You know, if y'all ever read that little booklet they would pass around in church, The Power of Prayer, that's just another description of the law of attraction. But now it seems like there's this coordinated effort going on with like these fake influencers trying to get people to turn away from anything that is non-religious and go strictly with organized religion. And they don't even know what they're talking about. They're clearly fake people. It's really got me concerned because there's a lot of people out there that don't understand, you know, they don't understand this stuff because they don't understand themselves. So they're looking for answers and they're looking for somebody to give them all the answers. And you're never going to find that outside of yourself. So I am deeply concerned about a lot of different things. There's all kinds of different ways that they're trying to influence us, mess us up, get us to, you know, doubt ourselves or be in a state of fear. You know, we all got to, you know, if you got true love in your heart, there ain't nothing that you can fear because fear has no room with love in your heart. So everybody, you know, I see all this stuff going on. I'm aware, but let's not be in a state of fear. We just got to do what we got to do. Be in a state of love for all of our fellow man, even the ones we don't like. You can love someone and not like them. I send that man, that useless Jar Tang. I don't even use his name in my home. I send him love all the time. And I also send a lot of energy out there that his ass gets fired ASAP. So
what do you think? Do you think his brother's in the hospital with COVID that he hasn't said? He just said that the brother's not doing well.
Yeah, of course. And it wouldn't surprise me if he probably got him infected on purpose just to make it look, you know, get the sympathy vote.
Damn, Vespa. I never even thought about that. What? You know what? And he's not above that. Honestly, he's not above that.
Above that. And trust, he's got the access to have some type of agent go in there and like cough or rub all over his glasses with some type of COVID. Next thing you know, he goes in the kitchen, grab a glass of water and, oh, look, I got the sympathy vote now. Like, I don't put anything past this man. He will do anything and everything to get elected. Everything that I'm seeing right now, by the time November 3rd rolls around, we're not going to have anywhere near half the votes counted because of the mail-in. And by the time that it gets, he's going to do what they did with Bush and Gore and try to run the clock out and to say, oops, well, the clock is out. We got to pronounce somebody. We don't have all the votes in, so he's reelected. I mean, and if that happens, we all got ready.
In the words of Malcolm X, he's doing just what Malcolm X said. He's doing it by any means necessary, which means that we can't, in the words of Michelle Obama, we can't go low and they go high. When they go low, we can't go low. When they go low, we got to get Grammy with their ass this time because he does not care. We got to get Grammy.
Yeah, and I mean, BLM is now at a point now where they're like, we're not asking anymore. We're demanding. And that's where it needs to be, because this has been going on since, I mean, my generation learned about this in school, learned about the civil rights movement in school, and nothing has changed. It's gotten worse, actually, since they started, you know, dismantling the Voters' Rights Act. I mean, all the stuff that they did in the 60s, most of it's gone now.
Yeah.
Like, we can't, you know, ask these people, like, I can't remember what Malcolm X said exactly, but I remember watching a clip where he was saying something to this effect of, we can't ask them, because if we ask them, then, like, it's going to be a win. And then when they give it to us, it's just going to be a win for them. No, we need to demand it. We need to demand change. We need to demand equality and nothing less. And if they won't do it, then we need to shut shit down. And that's where BLM is. They're like, we're going to shut down businesses. You know, we don't need to be violent. You know, I think the best example of like a peaceful protest I've seen, even though it was fiction, was in V for Vendetta. I mean, imagine if all of us just showed up out there with our masks on, fists high, and did nothing else, just stood there silently. They beat us, do whatever. They're the only ones that's going to look bad. You know, that's why MLK's movement lasted so long. Peaceful protest brings lasting change, not just change, lasting change.
So, I love Martin Luther King. May he rest in peace. But peaceful protest was back then. If you put your hands on me, I'm going to snatch your heart out your chest and put it in your face and say, "Look at your heartbeat. Look at your heartbeat until it stops. Do not put your hands on me. Period."
Greatest of the Lost Ark.
Honey, don't put your hands on me. Do not touch me.
Or what was that? The Tipple of Doom, where he was saying all that.
That was Robert De Niro when he played Frankenstein, when he snatched the heart out of his chest and he put it in her face to watch her heartbeat. Do not touch me. Do not put your hands on me. We can argue for 7 days straight, but if you touch me, you understand, baby, I'm like a monster.
I'm the same way. I'm all about peaceful protest, but you know, when it comes to like Buddhism and all of that, they talk about, you know, they don't even harm bugs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about that. But trust and know, if you put me in a position where I have to choose between taking your life or letting you take mine, I'm sticking around. You know, that's no choice for me. You know, I'm going to be all about peace until you, like you said, till you put your hands on me. But I don't want to take up everybody's time. I love you, Flame. Thank you so much for having me on again.
Over there, how you Nicholas doing today, Master? Y'all good?
Oh, we good. We good. Everything is, I mean, God is good. God is good. As long as you got faith.
We got 82 days for God to really show up with us, because prayer without works don't work. God gonna show up for us in 82 days, and I'm telling you, this conversation will be, woo, like a way.
God only helps those that help themselves.
Yeah,
we got to help ourselves.
You know,
prayer is great.
About we got to stop complaining about. And I'm telling you, Best, this is us. This is black folks who doing that. We got to get out of our way and get to the target.
It's kind of blowing my mind, because it seems like the majority of my black female friends are the only ones that are talking shit about her, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because my whole thing is like, I have a lot of negative things to say about all of them, but I'm keeping my mouth shut because I don't want to add to the echo chamber. Everything online is an echo chamber. When you say something out there, somebody else is going to repeat it. It's going to become an echo. So I'm not trying to add negativity to that echo chamber. I have a lot of negative things to say, but I bite my tongue most of the time, because right now we need to keep that public perception out there that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point. Past is the past. Like you always keep saying, we can't keep looking back. The past is the past. We can change the future. We can't change the past.
Right. And please, let's change the future to blue, y'all, in November.
Yes.
Thank you, my best for you, handsome devil. Have a great day. That's my best.
You too.
Y'all. That's my white chocolate. That's my white chocolate. Y'all know about my white chocolate. Y'all don't know nothing about my white chocolate. Mo City Pretty, you said pick you. Hi, Nick. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me get AB right quick. AB, you got internet? Hi, Tasha Long. Tasha Long will be on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Instagram at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's up, AB?
I'm at work.
Oh, wow. Is that why you look like you at the doctor's office? Bitch, why you look like you're at the dentist's office with them glasses? Oh! AB, okay. Call me when you get off. We ain't got that much time left, no way.
Hey,
Y'all say
everybody.
hello to AB. Mark, there go your girlfriend.
Shut up.
There
You
go
are
your
so.
girlfriend, Mark. There go your girlfriend. Goddamn, Mr. B. They want to see you at Tony Braxton. I told them that you smashed Tony Braxton. They want to see. You got to put up a Tony Braxton picture. Tasha did Tony Braxton too.